If you're a business owner who set up a business years ago and you're not sure how your business is taxed, if it's just a disregarded entity single member LLC, if it's an S Corp, if it's a C Corp, don't worry. Choice tax relief, we hear this, we've heard this story many times and we know exactly how to deal with it. Because it's very important to know what kind of entity you are for tax purposes, because that affects what kind of business tax returns you have to file, as well as, and each of those different kinds of businesses affect your personal return differently in different ways. For example, if you have an S Corp, that would file an 1120S S Corp and kick you out a K1 that you report on your 1040 as an individual. If you own a C Corp, there's no K1s out of a C Corp, but you might receive dividends as the type of income out of your C Corp. And of course, in both of those, ideally, you'd be paying yourself some kind of W-2 compensation as well. But a lot of folks come to us and they're like, hey, yeah, this is on our initial consultation. We ask them, well, what kind of business entity did you set up? And they'll be like, well, I know I have this LLC and I set it up a few years ago. And I know an accountant, like, they did something for tax purposes. I don't know if they elected for it to be taxed as an S Corp or a C Corp. I'm not really sure. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We know how to figure it out. And I'm going to let you in a little secret right now, a little secret transcript the IRS has. You can't find this online. You have to ask the business line for it. It's called an ENMOD transcript. So this is for a particular client we had who had a business that he set up years ago. I want to say it was like 7 years ago or something, or 8 years ago. And it was a corporation, right? We could see that just on the state Secretary of State website that he was in. It was a corporation. It was an Inc., right? Not an LLC. But he didn't know if it was an S Corp or a C Corp, right? I think he actually initially told us it was a C Corp, which would have meant we'd have to file 1120 C Corp returns. But what we do is we make sure, right, with the IRS whether how it's taxed, right? Because if he set it an S Corp election to the IRS, then well, he's an S Corp. So, and sure enough, even though he thought he was a C Corp, his business was actually an S Corp, and we knew that by looking at this ENMOD transcript that we requested from the IRS. Again, this is not something you can just pull online. You have to be faxed this from somebody at the IRS, and that's exactly what I did. And I could tell that it was an S Corp because I saw this code 90 here, right, which is the IRS code on these transcripts for an S Corp election. And it told me that the effective date of the S election was January 1st, 2015. So that's how we knew that, all right, for this taxpayer, he needs to file his S Corp returns. That will kick off a K1 to him that would pick up on his 1040 because he had not filed taxes in years. And so that was the approach that we took. So if you're in that situation, if you're a business owner, you've not filed your taxes in years, don't worry. We know how to deal with it. Even if you don't have the best books and records, we know how to deal with it. I have a ton of videos on this channel about how to file back tax returns for those of you who haven't filed in years. You can check out some of those videos here at the left-hand side of your screen. If you want to reach out to us at Choice Tax Relief for a free consultation, give us a call, 866-8000-TAX, or visit us at choicetaxrelief.com. Fill out the form on the website. We'll reach out to you. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.